Cowabunga! This is John and welcome back to my NEStalgiaholic channel. In this video we'll be talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the board game. Came out by Random House in 1987, the same year that the actual cartoon series launched. One of my favorite cartoons growing up as a kid. In fact, I'm a huge fan of the Turtles. Have a bunch of figures. I did a review on those a little while back, and I just wanted to show you the board game and how it plays. If you guys remember this, please let me know. You can see by the artwork, it's kind of interesting because it's almost a mix between the actual show itself, the cartoon, and the comics series, which started in 1984 initially, so 3 years before this. So kind of a complicated game, so let's take a closer look. Here's what the box art looks like for this game. This is one thing I really like about this game, is the artwork is classic, because as I mentioned before in the intro, it's definitely different than your cartoon. For example, April O'Neil in the top right corner here, her breasts were never that big in the cartoon. She either got breast reductions or something, but definitely not that big. And then just the animation is totally different. Just the characters. You got Raphael, Donatello, Leonardo, and Michelangelo. You got Splinter and Shredder, Krang. It's like they're coming out of the ground. They're ready to do battle. We're really a big fan of Turtles. It's always funny though, because they have these weapons all the time, and yet they never use them. They always kick them or punch them or find other things in the environment to. But you notice they never hurt anyone, any of the Foot Clan or anything like that, which is really interesting. It's published by Random House, or made by Random House, which is more of a book publisher, but they made some board games, obviously. And on the back, you have the Turtles appointing the board game, kind of shows you the artwork. It talks about the Pizza Power game. It's up 2 to 4 players. It talks about the contents and featuring a battle flipper, which we'll talk about in a second. Let's open this up and see what's inside. Okay, we're going to open this up. You have your board itself, the playing field. These stars represent sewers, which I'll talk about more in a second. These are the 4 corners where you have 4 characters. I'll give you a guess on what 4 characters you can choose from. And then you've got the Technodrome in the middle, and just this random different art here, each corner of the quadrant. You also have this pizza spinner. You have basically a 3 and 4 chance of go anywhere on the board. Or you also have a lose a good guy, which is definitely something you don't want to happen to you. Here's a dice flipper. You put a die right here in the corner here with no number, and you hold it and you flip it, and it's supposed to land in 1, 2, or 3 quadrant. I had to glue that together. It was broken. It also has, let's see, it has 2 decks. You have 24 good guys. Each good guy has a number. So April O'Neil has 2. And you have each turtle has a number 3. Splinter has 2. So April O'Neil and Splinter have 2. Turtles have 3. Those numbers are coming into play later on. You also have 20 of these bad guy cards. You notice the different numbers. You have Shredder with 3, Krang with 2, Punk with 1. I thought that was Bebop, right? It's Punk. It's kind of funny they named him Punk. Or was it Rocksteady? I forget. I think it was Bebop. There's a Punk too. That's Rocksteady. They didn't have names for him back in the day at 87 apparently. It's kind of funny. So anyway, those numbers come in play as well. You have these sewer. You have 8 of these sewer tabs which go over the sewer, those stars I showed you on the board. You also have your turtles here. Okay, you have a choice of which one you're going to play from. So it's 1 to 4 players, obviously. Here's what the game looks like when it's all set up. You have the 4 heroes in the corner. You have your pizza spinner in the middle, you have your die, you have your die flipper here. You also have a good pile of good cards and bad guy cards. You also have your sewer covers here. There's 8 sewers, and those actually, you can move those, and I'll explain how that works in a minute. This is kind of a complicated game for a kid's game, so I'll do my best to explain it. It's kind of confusing. So what you want to do first is you draw top 4 bad guy cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see I had Shredder, Punk, which is Bebop, that's interesting, and Punk, Rocksteady. I guess this is before they even had names. And you have Krang. You see that they have numbers on them. Okay, the highest number is 3, the lowest is 1. And the orange, the color, it actually makes a difference. So orange would go in this quadrant right here with the orange, and yellow would go in this right here. There's also green and there's purple ones too, but in this case we do orange and yellow only. You also want to give each player 3 good guy cards. So the object of this game is to collect a total of 4 good guy cards and 3 bad guy cards. And once you do that, you can actually go into the Technodrome at the very end and battle it out there. So So what you want to do is you roll, the highest goes first, and you can move any direction you want, but you can only move the same direction. So on one turn. So I rolled a 6, so you can't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That wouldn't be fair. So you have to move 6. Okay, move sewer cover. So I land on move sewer cover, so I can basically I can move this sewer cover, take it off. Okay, or I can move another sewer cover, whatever one. Okay, let's just move this one. But I can do any one I want. All right. Now say I land on, say I'm Leonardo and I land on a fight card. Okay, and I land on yellow and this is punk. So let's see my good guy cards I have. These are the 3. I have Raphael, I have Donatello, and Splinter. You can see they also have numbers. So in order to do battle, my number of characters I have to have has to be higher than this number. So in this case, it's only 1, so I'm okay. But say I was playing Shredder, I can only play with Raphael or Donatello. If I had Splinter or April O'Neil, I'd actually lose that card. I'd lose the battle. But since 1 is easiest, I can go with Raphael. And what you want to do, you put on top, and you want to put on, this is blank, but this is numbered 1, 2, and 3. You have two chances to get it into the 1. So basically, you want to hold down the base here. There you got it, the first chance. That's a die, so I defeat it. I defeat him, and then in that case, I beat him. In that case, I collect the bad guy cards, so I've got 2 more to go, and then I'm good. Now, if I would have lost that battle, I would have lost the good guy card, and I would have put it back in the bottom of the pile. Okay? Now, the way to get more good guy cards is you can land on a draw good guy card, which is cool. Now, sewer. So these things move. You have a move sewer cover, so I can put some on and off as I go throughout the game. Now, say I land on a sewer. Okay, I can actually move. I can roll a die, and I can move that many sewers. So 4. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's covered, so I'm not going to be able to move it. But say that was uncovered, I actually can come up over here as well. Or I can go 1, 2, 3, 4 games. So you have to try to find one that's uncovered. If there's not any that are, say they're all covered, I'm not able to move. Okay, so there's some kind of strategy involved with moving these on and off. And the only way you can do that again is if you land on a move sewer cover. Another spot you can land on is a pizza. So if you land on a pizza, you have a chance to spin here in the pizza wheel. And you have 3 out of 4 options to go anywhere. So I land on anywhere. I can move anywhere on the board I want. Now, if I landed on a lose a good guy card, like that, I would actually lose a good guy card. So, pretty interesting good game. And you can also, as you're playing, there's also a draw a bad guy card. And if you land on a draw a bad guy card, what you do is you just draw the top bad guy card and you put them the color coordinates. So this is Krang. You put them in the yellow. Okay. Once you collect 3 bad guy cards and you have 4 good guy cards, you actually can move into the center here. This would go away, and this is the Technodrome. Now, once you get into the Technodrome, you actually have 4 tries at this die flipper, and you have 4 tries to get each one individual number, not in order, but each. So it's kind of tricky. So you have to get, there's 1, there's 2. You can see it's kind of hard. There's 3. It helps if you hold it down. I gotta get 2 now. I got 2. So if I did that, I just did it in 4 tries. I got 1, 2, and 3. I win the game. Okay. If I didn't do that, say I didn't do the last one, I'd move back in the corner and try to move up here again and do it again. So that's the object. So the object again is to collect 4 bad guy cards, 3 good guy cards, and go to the Technodrome and go get 3 out of 4 times. You have to get 3 numbers. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell, or should I say in a turtle shell. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you soon. Take care.